Alright, hey YouTube, this is Mr. ICP. I want to make a video about, money, different types. So, I'm gonna talk about paper currency first. Um, as you know, American dollar is paper, and it actually has no physical value to it. It's paper. Um, I call it the double P, promised paper, because that's really what it is. Paper with a promise on it that you can take this to a store and buy goods with it that you need to survive, or just to buy stuff with. Now, what if there was no promise in this paper? It'd be nothing. Now, there's a difference between paper money and between silver. Silver has a lot of different types of the physical values. It's starting to become rare, so it has rarity value. Okay, it's used in a lot of electronics, which is a helpful value. It means you can put in a lot of things. I think it's one of the power conductors, or power circulators that lets electricity circle around into a system. So that's another value of silver. Silver is in jewelry. It's a metal. It's a lot harder to burn and melt than paper. It's a lot harder to rip silver. Well, I'm not gonna rip this because I know that one will rip, but it's a lot harder. It it takes a lot more heat to burn this because it's metal. Paper is paper. It's trees. The only actual value in it is the fact that you can light it on fire. And even then, a fire made from a dollar bill will only last a few minutes, if that. Um, yes, I know I've heard a lot of people talking about, well, if the world goes to hell, or the dollar goes to hell, we're gonna have to start, like, you can't eat, silver. Now, that is true. And it is true that you can eat paper, but honestly, do you really think humanity is gonna go back that far just to the point where they'll eat whatever they can find, like paper? I mean, we've civilized ourselves from way long ago all the way till now, from eating plants to eating animals, and now all the way up to eating a bunch of different stuff. And by that I meant like cavemen. They'd eat onions and stuff, and then they figured out that they can eat animals. Now, we have so many different things that we've eaten, it's hard to imagine that we're gonna run out of so much stuff, or we're gonna run out of so much money that we can't buy any of that food or even make any of it, so we're gonna have to eat it. I don't believe that. And I just think it's a crap excuse for people to, to just say don't buy silver because it's gonna screw you over and you can't eat it, and stuff like that. But honestly, if you know what you're doing, if I knew what I was doing, I could take this silver. Let's pretend this is a phone because I don't know where my phone is right now, but you could take this out if you know what you're doing. Put pieces of silver and solder it to another piece that needs electricity to run through, and it would work. So that's my point in silver. There's a lot of different types of silver you can buy. There are jewelry, as you can tell. Here, let me grab all my jewelry. Not very much, but it's my silver jewelry right there. Not much, but it's what I got. So it's silver. I'm not complaining. Then we also have bullion. Uh, Bullion is the purest silver you can get. 99.99% pure silver. These are both Canadian maple leaves, but yeah, bullion, one of the most expensive types because it is supposedly the most pure silver you can get. So there's that with the jewelry. Then there's 90% silver. 90% silver coins were made before the date of 1964, I think. I believe it's 64 or 5. But just to be safe, if you find a coin that's 1965, don't, well, keep it, but don't like use it, or don't think it's 90% silver. Uh, there's a few different ways to tell if it's 90% silver. Um, See how the quarter has this like copper looking thing around the rim on the side? Oh well, this one's a 40%, so it's kind of harder to see it because 40% coins, which I'll be talking about soon, still have that brown ring, but it's not as big. Well, anyways, the rim will not have that copper crap on the sides, and you can tell the difference when you put them next to each other. It has a high pitch tone. Um, so yeah, these are Ben Franklin halves. I have 4 of them. They're pretty cool. I like them. I like them a lot better than quarters. They're a lot bigger and stuff. But so then here's the 40%. 40% are from 1965 to 1970. So if you find any of those, keep them in a keep them in like a jar or something, because these have 40% silver in it. These are harder to tell because these, when they touch, they don't make very much different noise. Like from this to that, still sounds the same. But so on these you just have to look for the dates. Oh yeah, and for 90% coins, and I forgot, you can grab it with your fingernails. This is really cool. Now you can blow on the rim really hard, put it next to your ear and listen, and you'll hear a high-pitched tone. I would do this for the computer, but this computer won't be able to hear it. But yeah, if you're not sure about a coin, but you do know the date is before 1964, then you should definitely try it. So what you have to do is you have to you have to grab it with your fingernail, blow on it on the side really hard, and then quickly put it to your ear. Don't let it touch your skin or your hair or ear, because the ring will go away. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about. And thanks for watching. Leave your comments, questions, and I'll try and get back to you. Thanks.